Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of our Goblin King max difficulty SOVL run. Still going all the goblins, are very symmetrical with our wolf riders and a decent number of goblins and a range of units to play with. So we've come across Act 3 and again we want to kind of map our way out to the campaign stage before we start diving in. Now prior to this point of course we were taking as many battles as possible for gold generation and XP for our units. However, in the final stage before the final boss the equation changes ever so slightly. Specifically after the final row of shops here, so when we pass these armories, there's no longer any value in taking battles because why on earth would you want gold after this point? There's nothing to spend it on. So it's a choice between either random events and the campsite, and of those options the campsite is overwhelmingly the best choice. You want your guys all nicely healed and at max strength before you go into the greatest challenge. It also gives you a chance to potentially generate a point of experience, so we haven't seen one because we've managed to avoid them, but the way campsites work is everyone in your army would immediately get a round of healing. So if the goblins it's like 8 to 9 or 3 to 4 wolf riders, and then you're given a choice between each unit, either a point of experience or a second round of healing. So what we can do at this stage is we can kind of game out in advance. Are there any units that would need the point of experience, or how much can I generate? So unfortunately the only way to get to this is by starting up here, so we'll have to disregard this section. And the only discretion we have is either 2 random events and 1 fight, or 2 fights and 1 random event. And realistically between those two I think I'd want the 2 battles because that's a nice sum of gold for this before we go into the final boss. So we get 2 points of experience and maybe a third one depending on how much healing we need. So if we have a look, is there anyone who would benefit from you would level anyway, you would level anyway? The Goblin Shaman could level and will, because I don't need to bother healing them, they'll always be full strength, so you'll just heal at the campsite, which is good. Their accompanying short bows will heal at the camp. The one thing about, or rather one thing about leveling up at a campsite is that you won't then have an opportunity to increase your unit size because the healing will occur and then you'll do XP or second heal, and if in the level up you take the option to take additional troops, so if I get power of many or a +3 to the unit size, I'll never have a chance to actually heal them up to make use of it. So there's not, I suspect what will happen is when we get there we'll have the option to increase their numbers and then we'll never have any means of capitalizing on it. If we're lucky maybe we'll get reroll 1s or something, otherwise they'll be fine. The Wolf Riders are in a similar position where they'll get 2 at 3 XP when they hit the campsite. Not really much I can do. Fortunately they're highly leveled, so they've already got their veteran skill, they've already got their backstabbers. I don't think they'll get anything too combat viable, maybe plus more unit size I can't use, but what 11-11 would be just fine. And then the Stone Throwers will both level. Fortunately I'm not concerned about them needing any replenishment, so that's good for us. We might get the veteran accuracy on the second one. The first one we're not going to care because it's going to be like plus a wound or like discipline or gold or something relatively irrelevant, but for this one the Guile Claw Scamps, they'll get their extra, presumably if we're lucky, the extra damage increase. So good. So there you go. It's just these couple of units that might not make it, but otherwise we should be fine. So we're going to take this path, we'll go 2 fights, 1 last round event for a bit of intrigue, and then the rest before the final battle. Shadowmaster Itch. Now the Act 2 elites that we're facing here, or rather the Act 3 elites, are exactly equivalent to the Act 2 elites. They're the same battle, so if you've made it through Act 2 you shouldn't have too much of a hard time with this section. So again I'm just going to put you right back here so you can shell anything you want. Maybe the Wolf Riders on the flanks to run around stuff. Well, maybe the other way around. You could be like that if anything comes charging towards you, I can maybe flank them with those. They're the stronger one with backstabbers, so this is the slightly weaker one. So between the two I'd probably want put the spider in the middle because you can ignore the terrain, and then maybe that I think I'll have to spring for putting you in the middle because having you on the side is a bit too slow. The alternative is I do this where again they might come charging towards us and maybe I can get a cheeky flank with the Wolf Riders and send someone off the side. No, okay, so it's just a pair of monstrosities, long rifles there which are a bit intimidating. I'd like to do something about those. They can't really hit anything except for those. Sadly, I haven't got... Oh, maybe I can thread the needle with the Stone Thrower? I can, excellent. Just immediately take the edge off in terms of the amount of damage they can do to me. 1 left, good. No longer that scared. It misses, we'll just kill it next turn. Now I'm going to pass a bunch because I no longer have any shooting that can reach me. These flamethrowers are too short range. Okay, they're yet to move this and this, which I think could probably get far enough to catch me. So let's just stall by using things further back. The Skulkers would be a good target. I can't hit those flamers there, so just reducing their number. It's a unit you might be able to kill your way through. Alternatively, I can move the walls first, just get you slightly out of the way. Maybe get the walls in a position to flank charge this. That would give you a better shot into, I'd hope, that monstrosity. That would be a good target. Just gonna move, I want to move this way in such a way that I can reach the flamers and hopefully not get tagged by... I can do that, so you can use that. They're not going to be able to reach us. I can definitely see them and hit them in the flank there. I don't think anything's going to get quite close enough. If they came straight forward, oh, maybe that one would reach. Depends how much wheeling it would have to do. I might be in a bit of trouble when it comes to that one. Let's try and get a bit more precise with my positioning then. Go the minimum distance necessary to catch them. There, I can just about see them there. Should definitely be able to draw a line of sight to them there, and hopefully I'm out of range of everything. I know where they've landed, that's less of a concern. Let's do this now. I want to cripple this while I have the chance. Excellent shot. Doing 3 wounds, we're halfway there. It has reached us, it was far greater in movement than I thought it would be. Okay, what are my solutions for that? I could, in theory, and bounding up here. Unfortunately, the monstrosity is better movement than me, so I can't intercept it with the spider. That's not an option. The alternative is, I guess I could retreat with the wolves and have somebody else just tidy it up for us. So our tail will move. That one's going to come forward. So have you just quickly run up here and eliminate those flamers, kind of poke into the side before anyone can stop you. Good, I know where that one's landed. I can shoot you for free and then back off. So I'm hoping between both of these units I might be able to chip it down. So, and just back away just enough to escape their range, but don't go any further. That's annoying, I forgot about you. Okay, how do I stop that then? I thought they'd moved already. Right, again, I could come over here and flank them. So you deal with that, you deal with that. The problem is they'll be left unattended. If I'm lucky, they'll try and charge the walls, which I can just flee to safety, so that should be okay. Don't use any of those abilities. That's less of a concern as well. Although I got lucky, well, they're both front arcs, so I'll always be able to flee. You, I want to keep facing the alphas. I'm hopeful, if I come over here, what I'm going to hope happens is the alphas come forward far enough such that I could potentially try flanking them next turn by squeezing myself in there. I think it's worth a go. Might get flamed for my trouble, but it's worth it to get the better engagement on that unit. I think I'm going to do that immediately. I'm not particularly interested in letting you charge me there. I can intercept that one, allowing me to eliminate the flamers. They stayed on the field, that's very good. Have you just moved into range of that? That's rather irritating. They didn't quite reach us, that's good news. I'm desperate to see, can I twist you out of its charge arc? I can't. Are we safe there? Can't tell. If that's the tip there, I think I'm okay. It's there, okay, well now I'm definitely safe, don't worry about it. I'm not going to be concerned. I'm not going to use your Curse Standard on 3 flamers, that's ridiculous. Even though it's a front charge, you should still be able to hammer through them. Interesting. Okay, now wait for them to move, so let's try and rally these. Buying the Banner of Valor on this unit might actually not be a terrible idea, because trying to rally them is an act of suffering. Oh, this might be a problem. If that's front arc, they can engage me. No, they're both side arc, good. They can't. If they can engage me from both sides, I wouldn't be able to flee, because you're attacked on both ends, you're stuck. But because they've both put themselves in my side arc, they're going to charge with 1 unit, at which point I'm fine. Good, okay, do I want to use any special properties here? Who needs some help? Might want to save when I engage this. It's probably going to be dead in a second. Combined fire. Just use this now, the extra attack, so I can just get through them quickly, not get stuck on the unit. There's no other big things to fight, so it's going to be Primal Fury is the better choice otherwise. They get to there. I don't think I'm quite going to be able to get around them. I don't have the movement for this. That's a shame. I tried a tighter line. No, I'm not going to get there. To escape their radius, I need to get that far, and then that's not quite good enough to... Well, now I can see them. 1.1. Now I'm in their charge range. Let's try 1.0. No, they can see me there. 0.9. I think the moment I twist around there, they'll... Oh, I don't think they can draw a line of sight to me. Can I draw a straight line from there to there? I don't think so, I'm going to be honest. I think that's in the way. I think we're being generous to that. Well, I'll give it a go. They can't see me, so it's worth a try. If that fails, I guess I can always just charge those instead. Problematic, though, that they're going to come forward. Currently, I have no one dealing with these. It's a bit of a hassle. Maybe I can have you turn around and intercept them. Kill both units of skulkers for me. You've failed to achieve much of anything. I'm just going to get out of the way and turn around. Oh, I can't quite do the movement and escape. Yeah, I know. I've got 8 movement to work with, so if I can't get to 4.0, I'm not going to be able to turn and escape. Right, let's shoot this first then. I'm going to see if I can do enough damage that I'm willing to risk standing there and shooting and killing them, or if I just have to run the entire distance. Double 1, great. Much better. 1 wound. I have definitely not done enough damage. I'm going to have to back off again. You've gone the wrong way. Excellent choice. It just leaves you... Maybe, can I try running up this way, maybe? No, it's even worse. So yeah, I'm just going to have to forego my ranged up at this turn. I'll twist my way in such that I'll be able to definitely turn and hit you next turn. And then next turn will be do or die time, because I haven't got any more wiggle room. Here's Isaac. Please defeat a unit of skulkers. Yeah, he kills 8 on his own. Spider stamps on the last bunch. Take no damage because of the reroll. Yes, I'm hoping you get through quickly. They're all dead. Excellent. No damage back. And then flee from the big blocks. You're going to hit me there. I have no interest in being charged by those. They're going to hurt. Just kill those for me. Otherwise they're going to seriously barbecue you. That's it. Interesting position. Kind of in the way. Long rifle's going to shoot one of my wolves and fail. Ha ha ha. Let's just try running this now. Yes, we're back in action. Want my spider. Not fast. Try rallying this one. Also great. Oh, very courageous wolf riders. Well done, guys. You're after my stone thrower, which is unfortunate. What I can do, hopefully, is I can kill this in 1 turn and then turn around and deal with those. So I'm going to sacrifice your shooting for this turn to get away from them. So, right, do or die here. So I'm just going to fire into that and then have these turn and shoot. If they fail, I guess I could have them flank it. Should be enough to overwhelm and kill it. Good hit. Don't roll a bunch of 4s. Dead in 1. Good work, stone thrower. I don't know what the point of that is. It's not going to help you. Just conserve this when we engage the nastier unit. Just my units now, which is you and you. Right, I've got a bunch of active pieces here. I don't really know what I'm doing with. I don't think I can get you into range to shoot anything because you're terribly short. Nope. Completely whiffed, so I don't really... With these kind of bows, what I probably want targeting these is a bit pointless because they're a bit too strong. You'd be better off going for the skulkers or the long rifles, but there's nothing I can do. Shall I give Primal Fury to this unit? They don't need it to... Somebody... Well, oh, I see. They use their Hex of Ruin spell to reduce my defense to 0. So even the power 3, we might actually sustain some casualties from the flamers. I've got 4 uses of Primal Fury still active. Shall I just use it? I mean, I'm already power 3, 4 on the charge, 5 because of the Banner of Fury, and they're only defense 2, so it makes no difference in terms of wound roll. It would allow me to reroll in case I get a terrible hit roll. I mean, I'd rather not be stuck here, so yeah, let's just guarantee I escape myself. Power 7 goblins on the charge, why not? And then you, the Spider King. You'll eventually make your way around here. Let's try and game this out. So they're going to turn around to deal with this. You're going to turn around to deal with that. So I guess you're going to be predominantly dealing with these eventually. Can I get you through? No, you haven't got the speed to go through that way, so instead I'll just have to come down here and eventually get through this side. None of those spells matter. Go for this tricky combat. 10 hits. It wasn't necessary to use it, but I may as well be sure. Hits once. I'm now power 0, so yeah, I almost guarantee I'm defense 0, so you're basically guaranteed to lose a goblin. There are no charges to speak of this turn, purely a positional turn. Perfect, that's what I was hoping for. Target that unit and not one of the walls. Okay, need to go. Let's go ahead and start stone throwing these. Ideally, I'd never have to bother wasting time engaging that unit in combat. Although I guess I should probably start chewing through these units because they're a bit too late. I can't hit the target I want, so yeah, just start reducing those legionary numbers. But if you roll 5s and 6s like that, your turn. If I have both of you, okay, if you just both lock on to this target, I can stay far enough away not to get caught in melee. Yeah. They're pretty fast rats, so just being very respectful of their movement range. I'm not willing to risk getting there to shadow bolt them. I think I'll be reached. Well, I could have gotten away with it, let's be honest, but oh well. It's safe. Oh, if I'm lucky, do you think I could maybe try and go for a rear charge? No, this wood is in the way. If that wasn't there slowing me down, maybe I could get there to flank that one properly. As it stands, it's just going to wind up being that side, so let's instead... I think I'm going to have you commit to that one because I can freely shoot this one and kite it around. Chieftain being there is a bit annoying. Let's go. Oh, you've turned to face me there. That's annoyingly smart. Right, they have 3 units left, which is... I don't think that's moved. I'm trying to look at the colorations. Yeah, they're grey, red, so that's more blue. So this is yet to move. That shot me already. You've moved, you've moved. Near as I can tell, they've actually only got 1 unit left, which is that. So if I can just stall out with something... Obviously, we're not going to take you on head on, so I'm just going to move you away in that case. Up here, just go kill that one long rifle if you're being mean. Okay, and you've moved into a perfect position to be killed by this unit. Good. Leaves you free. Well, if you're going to deal with that one, maybe I can have you poke into the back of this unit. Yeah, you can assassinate that block. I'm a little bit worried I won't be able to fit both of these in combat. You'll be positioned there and oriented like this, and then they need to... As long as I can clip the kind of corner, I think we're okay. Oh, the spells are needed. I still have a unit. Oh, you. Well, you're going to get charged anyway, so... I'm not liable to be able to kill 6 of them, thereby reducing the number of attacks the wolf riders receive, so instead just start chipping down the alphas. I say that, I got 7 hits, so maybe I could have gotten lucky and killed the whole row. Save my stone thrower. You're going to recharge those. I could ignore this one for a bit because if whoever they turn to face here, it should be easy to get something into their back arc rather than being stuck in their side, taking a load of nasty damage from that chieftain using his deadly strike ability. So yeah, I'm happy for that long rifle to get 1 extra shot. I don't really care. See what decision they make and then capitalise on it. Yeah, long rifle pings a goblin. Fine. My turn. Let's use these long range ones. Can you hit? Oh, I can't quite thread the needle and get it. Or maybe I can. Let's try wheeling a bit. You have to kind of do it every time you move. No, that doesn't work. Gets even worse if I move myself over here. Thought there was a good angle there, maybe. No. Alas. Not quite in range. Don't think it matters how far I go over here, it's never going to work. Good news is because I have infinite free pivot with these, I can just keep trying. There's no real punishment for endless spam. Just saves me having to take a couple goblin casualties, otherwise don't need to. No, okay, that's not going to work, so fine, just this one then. 5, great start. Okay, coming after my spider, which I can just flee from you later without having to actually fight you, so that's okay. Again, you'll slaughter them in a fight, so I'm going to save Curse Standard in case I've run into those and need to break them in turn. Right, their positioning's a bit annoying. I don't think I can reach them with... Oh, maybe I can. It's going to be close. Oh, that's jolly close. I think I can technically touch them and flank them there. If not, I can move you to safety and flee with that unit. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, just going to move you over now. Position. I'd actually love to reposition out that way, but I don't think I can make it, so this way it is. The reason this sucks is because they're going to, if I flee this charge here, such as I expect I'm going to, they're going to end up coming this way anyway, so I'm going to be stuck in their range again. Otherwise, you've touched the spider there, so I'd rather get around here. Still going to wind up being a side rather than a rear charge. The irritating woods has managed to slow me enough to be a problem. Got me there, Woods. Well, if I'm going to end up charging them anyway, I might as well have you come forward, do as much damage as you can. I just need to kill one more to prevent them from getting extra attacks. Spells, you're just going to win there, so don't worry about it. I can use my own Fury on myself for that one, so more damage is just a better option. Who's left to go? Oh, the spider, of course. And yeah, do your own rerolls. Might as well, it's more efficient. That wasn't great. Oh, this is the non-backstabber unit. Okay, still, unless they want double one, you're okay. Oh, they might actually... Oh, haha, that's hilarious. They're going to end up saving me from being charged because they body blocked their ally. Okay. And the spider has its own rerolls because of Primal Fury. They have to reroll 6s because of poison, so lots of lovely damage. -5 will do. If they charge me, I think it'd be better off just fleeing. I'd have to take one shot from that, but then I can get a rear charge instead. Yeah, just get away from them. Why take all the damage? And then here, I don't know, just ignore them. They're now easy to flank and get a rear charge on. You're still shooting the goblins, I don't mind. I'll rally this first. Nope. Terrible discipline even on the Goblin King. Okay, you really want to engage those in combat, do you? What this comes down to then, I need to see if I can kill these, move them out the way. If I can move into the rear arc. If they're still alive, I'm stuck with a side arc charge. So let's try and do as much damage as I can do to that unit. Can I slip through here and shoot them with this unit? Maybe. Worth a try. I can, yes. And obviously that one will be able to reach no problem, so this one's... I'm going to do this one first before I end up reducing the numbers to the point I can't see them. Yeah, I'd probably struggle to see them now. And now I'm hopeful, obviously that's not going to reach, so don't worry about that. Nothing's in combat, no primal fury needed. They're still... Rather, they're still running, so don't worry about that unit. So have you finished them off now? There's only 3 skulkers, should be relatively easy. Got them. It's a nice clear avenue for you to do this. Rear charge achieved. You can turn around again and start going to kill this. It's vengeance for all the goblins they've picked off over the course of the campaign. You go to there, and then you, I don't know, just in case these rally. They've already failed to rally this turn, but they may come back later. So here's a rock. Just a warlock left. Don't know if the warlock counts as a melee unit. Maybe they won't bother charging me. Save our spider. Save the goblin mob. Ink. Yeah. Another one. You're so gonna die for that. Slaughter them. They've used Deadly Strike on himself. I don't know if you actually be allowed to attack backwards there. We'll see. First standard for more attacks. You're still running. First standard for more attacks. Well, I suspect after I do all the damage to this turn, they're not actually going to be able to fight back. So let's just execute now. Make sure their morale drops. Good. That one's already dead. Primal Fury. This is the one that doesn't reroll, so let's lend you a hand. It's also the tougher unit, of course, so it's a decent choice. So it doesn't have the Banner of Fury either. That's basically it. There's nothing else to do that's important. It does get to attack backwards, that's annoying. I'm probably going to lose her. Hey, I rolled a 5, well done. The double wounds they cause were highly likely to cost me a wolf, but I got a bit lucky there. And these ones can't attack backwards, so we've just got them. There's a whole bucket load of attacks. Yeah. Good save on their part, but somehow I don't think... Yeah, you'd have to make another 8 saves to even make a technically passable discipline check. You have been defeated by goblins at the cost of a few mob. Give me a couple back. I'll decide whether or not I want to level those. Goblin King leveled again. Yes, finally we can start doing recruiter. So what I buy from the shop comes out with levels immediately rather than being stuck at level 0. It's a bit late now. We'd obviously want more, but never mind. Replenishment, discipline, gold. The discipline's the only thing that would be combat useful. Well, realistically, when I go to the campsite, there's no way I'm going to be able to level up because there's only 2 experience left, 1 fight and 1 campsite. So I'm going to heal twice, which means I'm basically guaranteed to go up to full strength no matter what. So the replenishment is irrelevant. The gold would be pressed twice, so it's not really worth a whole lot. So I think the discipline, highly disciplined goblins, just helps us with flee checks, morale checks, whatever have you. So you're full HP, you can all take this without thinking. 708 is good enough, fix that later. 711 again is good enough, you'll go up to... You might have to level, I'll see, but currently we're okay. At the end of the next fight, I'll make a decision whether or not I need to heal them. But for now, we can take the gold. As we've gamed out, you're okay, and then you're perfectly fine that way. That's an insane amount of gold. How much is that? 10, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 94, going to be 103, 108, 115, 119, 124, 127. So it's because it's an elite, you get a lot more gold off that than a regular battle, for instance. The elite kind of pips it over, but yeah, not bad. That's how we're arrayed. We're exactly as we were, just down 1 goblin. Go to this elite as well. So Dagric, so lots and lots of heavy light cavalry. This is going to be interesting. So what I'd love to do is bait them into me and get some nice flanks going here. So put you on the side again, because that seems to have worked nicely last time, and then you can flank that way. Maybe have you both in the middle, so you can just shower when there's in the centre here with active death. How am I going to do this? I don't really want anything there because you're going to get in the way. You're going to block the shots, I'm going to be honest. This is a bit difficult for me. Maybe like that instead. Yeah, okay. So all cavalry, there's going to be 1 mortar, which isn't too much of a concern. What's their movement? Their movement is good enough that they can get immediately onto me, which is unfortunate. Light cav is less intimidating. I can beat that quite easily. If I got the charge and I use Primal Fury, I think I can defeat them. They're only power 3. So I can lose some, so I can take them head on. I've got better movement, so if I wait for them to move first and then inch back and get the charge, I can win. So it's these big ones that I don't really want to fight head on unless it's the spider. So if I think carefully, who do I want the damage to be on for? I'm just deciding who I stone thrower. Probably... Oh, that night one's going to come forward. Probably this one. I'm going to just start getting it down. If I can get a flank, even on that big unit, I've got it. So maybe actually eliminating the smaller ones is the more efficient way of doing it. So yeah, let's try. I think I can be more effective at just killing off a small unit. Not if you roll double 1, that's kind of annoying. Yes, forward they come. They don't reach us because I can get all of those out of the way, so I've got 2 turns of stone throwing them. Good, so that'll be easy. We could definitely kill our way through that one before it becomes a real problem. Right, they did what I thought they would do. I don't know if I've quite got the movement to get here and turn around and still hit them, sadly. No, I don't. But I think I'll eventually be able to rummage around in such a way that I can catch them doing that. Especially if I... Oh, that... Okay, so there's a learning tip for you. Bizarrely, if you face a get Dagric, it might be a good idea in your deployment phase to have your units face backwards, because when they come forward, you don't have to waste half your movement doing this. While if I was facing this way to start, what I could then do is I could then just do this and then get to there and turn around, and I'd have more than enough movement to get there and hit them. I have better movement than them, so I've got a better charge range, but as it stands, I'm not quite going to get there. So I'm just going to get to here instead, I suppose. They're going to come forward. I could just goblin mob them. They're incredibly weak. I can easily defeat them in a battle. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of the way of that unit and try and get around it later. That's more of a concern. What is the Griffin going to do is what I'm worried about. That's past. The only shooting they've got is the mortar, and I'm really not that fussed. Right. They're going to come forward. I'm going to have to engage those. I guess the Griffin's just going to be annoying. I'd love the spider to be the one that actually takes the damage from their ranged output. I can just about squeeze through there so I can get here and flank things. Maybe fight the Griffin head on if it's daft enough to try charging me. I wouldn't mind, honestly. But almost certainly have the mortar be my target, which is good. Yeah, just stand there and be a good distraction. They do what I think. They've got a bit of ranged output, but whatever. Just that one, and that one. Kind of hoping they did their turns first, but I guess I'll just have to do this instead. Just come forward and you can at least get a counter charge on that light cav unit. Or that one. I don't really mind which one you go at me with. I'm going to defeat them in a straight fight pretty much no matter what. Okay, that only leaves me with 2, which is you and you. What on earth am I going to do with this unit? Fortunately, like the spider, you can't ignore the woods there. You aren't fast enough to dance through them. So you just have to go backwards, I guess. Well, if you're stuck... maybe this will work. If they're stuck engaging those, if I come rushing over here to come and intercept that unit, so it'd be... Yep. No, that's a majority side. Yeah, the majority's in this arc. I can see them. I can draw a straight line from there to there. Yeah, I can get a cheeky flank on that unit. It leaves me perilously exposed to that one, but if they come forward here, I can maybe flank them with that one. And the other one of these I can just beat with a goblin mob, so I think it's worth a go. Wasn't the plan, but you're going to hit the spider. He's got a 3-up rerollable save. It's no damage. There's a good way of tanking a mortar there. And then you just want to edge your way out of the charge radius of that. Oh, a big block of knights there. Can't quite charge them myself, which would be amusing. Never mind. Do what damage you can while you can. Might have been better off targeting the griffin. No, I couldn't even reach it. This was the only option. And 1.5 knights through. Griffin stays in place. So that probably means they're going to charge you and get slaughtered. Good. Right, let's pick a target. That's the closer one, so just do that, I suppose. Charge back. We can intercept. Well, it's not intercept, we can flank that one. You're just going to receive it and win. There's no reason not to, and everyone else here is okay. Why on earth the wizard would just commit suicide doing this, I don't know, but you're welcome to do so. Here, I really don't want to be stuck on any of these units, so let's use all of our curse standings now. Straight max out our... You're definitely going to get lobbed to death, but I can do these stalling moves first. You're going to get mortared, I'm afraid, if I don't get to safety. Oh well, you're definitely going to get hosed here. I'm going to sincerely hope you defeat that in one turn, and then you can deal with either of these for me. I need to wait for that one to move. Can I escape if I run up this way? No. Can I escape if I go this way? Not really, no. I'm kind of out of options here. This might be a case of me moving forward, shooting, using one of my furies, and then fleeing off the field. I don't think I can get away with this. Maybe it'd be better off... I think I'd be tactically better off using this unit first. If I kill this one, it will change the enemy's prioritization, because currently I'm concerned they're going to ignore my spider, or either they're going to go for these. Whereas if I kill the unit that's locked onto one of these, maybe I can get it so... This one is veteran crew, veteran accuracy. It's the more potent one, so let's use this for a bit of certainty. Kill off the knights, please. Very good. And hopefully you come forward. You do. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Just going to wait for that unit to move so I know I can get a free flank there. Let's stall with this one. You are not the unit with backstabbers, that's that one, so I'm going to help you in combat. Primal Fury, they also don't have the increased... So I think Greater Fury from that unit would actually, because +2 power, because currently it's power 3, power 4 on the charge because of the hand weapon, and this is 1 power 5, equaling their defense. If I use Greater Fury, however, got to power 6, which beats their defense, which makes it even easier to hack through. So no, let's not use it on these, rather let's use it the standard one ourselves to help the spider reroll. This gives us better odds of killing the griffin. You've gone around that way, interesting. Okay, you do a wound to one of those. I'm glad I waited, because now I can see if I win this fight, I assume I will because I'm like power 5 and they're defense 3, so I can just smash them. I've got 2 attacks each, so they'll then get out of the way. I can then flank charge those because they're positioned terribly. They've moved in such a way that it'll be this goblin's going to die, so the unit's profile will be this small, so I'll definitely flank them. So I can completely ignore their radius there and just do this. So the risk, of course, is that I don't win this combat by some anti-miracle and end up being stuck there, at which point I can't intercept them. They intercept me and one of my stone throwers die, which would be tragic, but never mind. We're going to get mortared, we saw that coming. I'll heal that up later. Then let's just use, so it's Greater Fury. I could use Greater Fury on this unit instead if I'm scared. Or would you rather just make sure they don't get stuck there fighting them? What would be the worst outcome for our purposes? This unit doesn't break, instead holds and starts killing us. Or this unit doesn't break and I end up... Losing a stone throw honestly doesn't matter because I can just heal it to full anyway, so I would rather... It's much harder to heal the Wolf Riders, so I think I'm going to buff them as a priority. One less knight. Still can't escape from here as we've gained out, even with the smaller rank now that I've lost a guy. So what I'll do instead is I'll just free myself off the field and get an easy flank charge next turn. They use Radiant Shield on themselves. Oh, I think that's the reroll saves one. I might make that a bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. But I'm just going to be optimistic and assume I'm not going to target that unit because I think it's a trap. Hit the mortar. If I do too much damage to it, I might end up ruining the profile and make it hard to perform the charge, so just hit them instead. This is the one that matters. Good hit roll. They're all dead. I don't know. Why was I worried? They are a piece of cake. Oh, somehow they can now reach me. They changed the... Okay, never mind. You have to take them head on. They're all dead. Fantastic. The benefit being power 6 and rerolling. Right here, the character does a wounds to our Goblin King. That's embarrassing. 3 is rerolling, and then it's a positive negative reroll. So they reroll saves because of cruelty, my upgrade, but they get to reroll fails because of Radiant Shield. So you saw the green and red dice there. Both rerolls apply. They cancel out, and it becomes a regular roll. Fine. The Griffin does nothing because who cares? And then our Spider hits 6 times, gets a 4-up save, but rerolling frustratingly, so does no damage. Yeah, okay. Radiant Shield made a difference there. Still enough to break them because of all the damage I did to the actual character. Oh good, now I am out of range. It's just a slight bug there. So you go ahead and pin those in place, thereby guaranteeing you're free to do this. You're going to get out of dodge because Wild, I want you to be killed by that unit, and you're free to, I don't know, come over here and pester those. Yeah, that's okay. You definitely recharge those. I'll Primal Fury that unit, I think. Yeah, mortared again. 3-up save, re-rolling. No damage. Ha ha ha. Use your party trick now. Good timing. Oh, this is the potent one, the backstab as well. You're back in action, which is good to know. I should probably... I guess one of you can shoot that and one of you can shoot the other one. Good start. Instant death, good. Just a big rock came over and crushed the Griffin. Sorry, Mr. Griffin. Another wound. This mortar's got some great saves on it, I'll give it that. And then you come over here. Recharge those. Do I want to Primal Fury something now? You've got backstabbers, you've got backstabbers, so the reroll is irrelevant, it's just a power question. So does anyone benefit from +1 power? You are power 3, 4, 5, have Banded Fury, so going up to 6 would change the mathematics there. You are power 3, 4, 5, and then defense 5. So it works. It worsens to save the enemy by 1 in both instances. So between those two, I would much rather those big block of Imperial Knights not be hanging around. So I'll go ahead and worsen their save. And you're still active. Nice. Come over here and eventually charge that. 13, but re-rolling. 9. There's a 1 with a wound left. Someone's got a stone thrower in their future. Yeah, they get into a perfect position for it. 19 attacks. Thank God for the reroll. A whole bunch of wounds. We do lose 1 in exchange, that's a shame. Unless they roll Herculean. Amazing save there, they had it. Okay, I'm just going to kill those. That's all I need to do for now. You could... Recharging one of these isn't a terrible idea because it saves me from being mortared. So I could charge that one, easily kill it, and if they rally, I'm in a position to chain charge into the back of them next turn, which I like the idea of. Take no damage because it's a rear, so I don't have to be worried. They're immediately furious charging yourself, allowing you to reroll all of your attacks. You won't get any because you're facing the wrong way. Genius, okay, so I'm just going to do this first. If I'm lucky, maybe I can kill the mortar before it gets to shoot again. Not with rolling a bunch of double ones. It rolls 2 of 3 saves every turn. Oh great, now I lose a lot of goblins, that's rather irritating. This mortar's been doing frustratingly well with the rolling. There you go, finally dead. Would have been great if I could keep my 4 goblins, but they do rally, so they're going to get recharged in a second. There's nothing really for these other units to do. You might as well use this now, because you're not going to participate in any other combats really. Got to skill 5, power 7, 8 attacks, power 8. Wow. Great weapon, charging with a great weapon and a potion of power. I could use Greater Fury on that and make it power 10. 8 of 8 hits, great. Okay, so Dagric takes 8 wounds and dies more than twice over. Just 2 wounds to Zizik, so he did a good job hitting backwards, but yeah, okay. All those overkill wounds do count. Oh, so Dagric actually killed him, because he had taken a wound already. Well done. Makes no difference strategically, but hey, way to go. They somehow still think they can win this with a single unit. Well, that's brave. I can flank them, and there you go, I've done it. They're going to rout this turn. They can't possibly do any damage to me, so I can get through the rest without possibly sustaining any casualties. Let's just skip the rest here. It's not going to make any difference. Yeah, without any support, you only do 4 wounds. Still enough to break them. Zizik, of course, doesn't really die. He just feigns injury and comes back stronger later. Right, so we can do... So I heal 8 to 9 each time, which means when I go to the campsite, I'll get 8 to 9, 8 to 9, so a minimum of 16, which puts me at 28 of 29, which is good enough, honestly. If I get double 8s, then you'll get 1 off. If you get a 9 just once, it's a full unit size, so yeah, we don't have to worry about healing that one. The spider leveled again. I don't need replenishment. Gold's moot at this point, so yeah, take an extra wound just in case we get in trouble. This Wolf Rider unit leveled. Oh, yeah, I'll take the unit size because I can heal twice and become a colossal unit. Again, no backstabbers, so I'm going to have to keep using Primal Fury on them, but whatever, fine. 14 of them, wow. And then that's all the levels, so the guys who are full health immediately get these, and then we can game out. You're going to heal once, get 5 to 6, and then level with the point of experience, so you'll have 20 out of 20 or 19 out of 20, and then take a point of experience, which I think is okay, so I'm happy to take the gold. You, we've gamed out, are fine with a double heal, so I'll just take the gold. 2 to 3 is a minimum of 4, so 10 of 11, or as long as you don't get double 2, it's 11 of 11, so that's also fine for gold. And then you have such a large unit size now, I'm going to have to take the heal, because I can get a minimum of 6, and I still wouldn't be full size, so yeah, we're going... It's not a lot of gold to leave on the table, so I'll heal you instead. There you go, a huge amount of cash for 963. Beastmaster, oh good. Now ordinarily if you're playing your own campaign, these Beastmaster's great. These are extremely cheap units for their value, so it would be honestly pretty silly not to take them. I'm baffled as to what would happen if I take the Tyrannosaur, because the Tyrannosaur is a mount, which means I assume it's going to go on King Zizik, but then what happens to the giant spider? I don't know. I'm not willing to risk it. I'm not going to take them this game because they're not Goblin units. Well, that doesn't look very Goblin-like to me, but yeah, you could absolutely pick up one of those if you were playing through in your campaign. I'm happy with my big spider. More Goblin units, yep, okay. It's a load of artillery, apparently. It's turned into a Goblin artillery one of all things. So the Stone Thrower, and then eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'd like to reroll ones. I mean, there's really not much in it. I think I've recorded it in such a way I can't see. I'm certain somebody would have told me the answer. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to see it. I'm just going to have to guess. In the next run, though, when you give the answer, I'll definitely know what the correct option here was. For now, we're just going to have to guess again. I guess the reroll one should technically be... Technically, the reroll one should be, I think, the more proficient choice. But they keep rerolling ones into ones. Oh, whatever, we'll just give it a go. I think it's okay. So having a second point to recruiter would have been great, because I can get that, get another level, and then just pick the other one anyway. But not as we stand. And then, yeah, is there enough options here that I could just spend it on gold, or should I buy that bolt thrower? 390, so if it's 400, it'd be 263, so I'll have 273 left. I'll spend about 90 on that. 100. Honestly, I think I can take the extra unit, because I'm not going to be able to spend all the gold on actual good stuff. So bolt thrower, please. Not that one, not that one. There, the accuracy in the rerolls. Good. Can I get any upgrades? Just a flaming ammunition. Yep, immediately. Yeah, it's a stone thrower run this turn. +1 hit roll, so Zizik hits on 2s and rerolls everything. That's outrageously potent. Hex of Ruin is the best spell in the game, so we can just give that to our Goblin Shaman, so he can choose between either using Greater Fury, so if the power and rerolls will be better, or crippling the defense of the enemy. We can do a bit of calculation on our part. 123, I'd have, what, 83 left? And you could buy a Banner of Fury, 33. You wouldn't have enough for a Banner of Swiftness, sadly. Probably just buy one of these Banners of Valor for one of the reroll, maybe that unit, because I really don't want the Goblin mob running away. Seems reasonable. Oh, power and defense for you, that's funny. 75? Oh, I can't quite get that. I'm 2 gold off of that and the Banner of Fury. So, no, I take Hex of Ruin. Take your Banner of Fury. No! Oh, it's on a short... I don't want a Banner of Fury in a short bow unit. That'd be terrible. Well, am I going to spend it on anything else? Buy a pair of Banners of Swiftness? So, I mean, the thing about the final boss is that it's so claustrophobic. There's so many units on my side and their side that you can't really wiggle around positioning-wise. So, being a bit faster like this doesn't necessarily help a lot. So I think the Banners of Mist will actually be a better choice there. Yeah, let's just stick them all. Well, if I did have to charge something with those, being power... What would their power be? 3. I don't think they have even hand weapons, do they? No, they'd be power 3 to go up to power 4. Which isn't amazing, but it'd be better than nothing, I suppose. Slightly difficult choice. Or you could just go all in on your Goblin King and just forsake all of these units. And if it make it even tougher. The problem is it's his defense, not the mount's defense, which is what actually matters. Oh god, why not? We're a Goblin King myself. This is a terrible choice, but I think it's hilarious. So there you go. Where a super Zizik is as strong as any Goblin has ever been. Go into our rest here, get everyone up to full size, give or take. We get 8 back there, which is unfortunate. We might not get to full size. So Zizik levels again. Or Grukarala, that's the Shaman. Oh great, now you get your Recruiter. That would have been helpful a second ago. No, my Discipline's moot, so just take slightly better Shadow Bolt. Otherwise, yeah, the short bows can level. Get your reroll ones, great. So we can't benefit from that. I would just prefer the reroll ones in general because you're going to be shooting more than fighting. Well, if you had to, I mean, the odds are backstabbers maybe are sometimes better, but I'm not going to be able to position them to get flank charges in this final battle because it's just going to be a solid line of enemies. So more damage this way is better. Good, we gained that up correctly. You just get your XP, it's worthless. You just get your XP, it's worthless. You can level. And then do I want to stay on... Oh no, you're level 6. Okay, I'm actually going to take the guys because there's not really going to be anything useful when they level. They've already got to the point. It'll be like, here's some replenishment or some gold or 3 extra guys I can't rely on. The Gremlin Hunters are already, as I recall... There you are. They're already skillful and they've already got backstabbers, so no, there's nothing I'm going to get out the level that helps their combat prowess, which is all I care about at this point. So instead I'm actually just going to take max size. And then this unit is just going to be size anyway. There's no point in doing anything else. Everyone else is just points of XP. And then hopefully I can get some damage increasing ones. No. So wounds on this is the one that's already maxed. That's okay, so just be a bit tougher. And then the other one gets its reroll once. Perfect, that's what I was hoping for. Good. Stone throwers are maxed out. Obviously not the new one, but you could get my gist. It just leaves you, who I've been waiting to the last because it's a 50-50 whether or not I'm at full size or not. I'm not, blast. Okay, never mind, we are a goblin shy of full size. Unfortunately, this has happened. There are so many Wolf Riders I can't get them into 2 ranks. That's a bit sad. You don't really like them being that big. It's kind of unwieldy, but never mind. That's more... Oh, and it was a genius, actually. It's a perfect block there of 7x4, so I did that intentionally. Short bows are nicely sized and everyone else is okay. Maybe if I get lucky they can shoot me and kill 2. Perfect, there's our all-goblin final army and our obscenely powerful Goblin King on a rather potent giant spider as well. Let's go, Zizik, show him who's boss. World's Hope. Oh, the goodies. There's 2, yeah, I think there's 2 different bosses. You get the baddies or the goodies depending on what you're playing. We're going first, that's great. Okay, well, artillery, just kind of tuck your way back here, please. Well out of the way of everything. Thread the needle and take what shots you can. You can go right in the centre because I tend to have you beat anything you come up against. Although, there's usually a dragon and it's usually tucked on the side. Not that I'm really going to be able to do anything about that, let's be honest. I'm just going to leave it as it is, that's fine. Try and do that. Right, so I have a bunch of fast stuff. I need a couple turns to... Oh, that's annoying, a cannon. Okay, if I put the short bows forward first, I can maybe have it target them and not something that's, you know, going to take horrendous damage. What does World's Hope look like? We have heavy cavalry, the Knight Commander, cannon, Dryads, Foot Knights, Raptor Riders, so Reptilian heavy cav, Rangers, Handgunners, Bruisers at the back, you know, and then Triceratops, Treants, Saurian Wildon Tyrannosaur, and a Forest Dragon. So there's a monsters all over there. It's a bit of an overcommitment on this side, but again, or maybe I should have done my look backwards trick and edged them out, but it wasn't as clear on this side because I didn't know what would be on the flanks. Actually, but how far? I think I can just take them head on, use Primal Fury and kill them. So for me, the greatest threat is probably you're going to come forward. I'm just going to kill whatever marches into him. I love to start. I'm going to put you forward intentionally so the cannon doesn't shoot anything else. That's what I'm hoping for. Maybe I'll just be cheeking it close enough to take a archer shot at it, start reducing its 6s to hit, which is a shame, but it's not going to do a whole lot, but better than nothing. 1 wound. And you take your greater Shadowbolt has better range, which is crucial, so I can actually do some meaningful damage at this distance. Yep, 1 more. You don't reach us, which I didn't think you would, which is good. I should probably start reducing these. Which of these is the most potent one? That one's got all the upgrades, so yeah, those are quite scary in the amount of damage they dish out, so more so than the handgunners, so I'm going to start frustrating to have the Banner of Mist, so this is going to be annoying, but I'd like to start chewing through them. Yeah, okay, you're just going to give me the charge there, are you? Over here, maybe you want to start, I can't target anything useful there. I don't think you're going to hit anything particularly potent, so just do this instead. There you go, better. I can get through those. They're going to chew through my goblin mob quite quickly, so I'm glad to reduce their numbers as I can. Yeah, let's see what I mean. They're going to hammer them. You can't reach the one I want, so I'm just going to wait for the spider to move, so let's just do this instead. 6+ just isn't worth it, you'll miss, so you might as well take, I don't know, a shot into one of these to start reducing their health. There you go, 2 hits, not bad. Oh, 5, 6, no damage. Way to go, dragon. And if I get to charge first, I can just hit the tree and ignore you, which I'm happy to do. We're cannoning those, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. Good target. Handgunners are going to come forward and shoot you. I should have probably put the Banner of Mist on this unit. Would have helped my survivability a lot. We're going the wrong way there, guys. So my artillery is just this one left. And I can't hit anything useful. I need to wait for the spider to move, so I know where this is all going to end up now. I guess I can just kill the tree ant. Depends who gets to charge first. I'll get this into such a position that I can maybe counter-charge the dragon if I have to. I don't know if it will legally allow me because of the terrain. Worth a try. Just stand there for now. Oh, they might come forward and intercept me there. That's kind of annoying. Good, you've done what I thought you would do. I might be able to do my wiggle away from the trick here. Yes, I can still charge them and they can't charge me, so it's just a win for me in that regard. Right, I think that's what my spider's going to have to be doing because I don't want them to get hit, so yeah, just take them on, spider. Can't get around the side, so you should easily win any fight head on with your reroll saves. Okay, someone is going to come over here and get in my way. Maybe I can flank them with the goblin mob. No, even with 9 movement, that's not going to cut it. You can get past them, of course, but it's not going to help you in that regard. Get to there. I want to at least get the charge because that would massively increase the amount of damage I do. Can't benefit from backstabbers, but I think with Greater Fury or Hex of Ruin on that unit and a Cursed Hand, I can just pummel it. It also saves me from being shot constantly, so it's not a terrible idea. They'll get so close to you in all their charge radiuses. Just the 1 will suffice. There you go, so I'm escaping. Something's not reaching here, I don't know what it is. That's your radius. It's the tree ant, so it's only the Triceratops that can charge me, which is fine. I don't know where you're going to go. You're kind of worrying. That leaves you, who still haven't taken your shots. Let's start hurting that one. Now that you mention him. Okay, almost instant death. It's got, what, 1 wound left in the Tyrannosaur? Right, you can only charge me with 1 of these units, so I don't really care about you lining up like this. I get to go first. Good, I can do that before the dragon can stop me, which is convenient, so just go ahead and kill the tree ant. You're okay, that wasn't anticipated, but fine. And then you just take those on, that was the plan. You can beat those. Yeah, you're obviously not trying. Okay, you're going to have to take on the dragon instead. Fine, I can shell this one to death. Don't know what you're doing there. I think I'm okay. I can use Cursed Hand and then upgrade them. Gonna back away from that and then have the spider deal with it later. Otherwise, the cannon can't reach me and I can't reach it. So once this unit breaks and dies, I'm free to just charge through it. So just do this now. I think I can win without them having their charge. That's not a problem. Uses what oh, it's not a combat lord, it's a druid, so that shouldn't be too hard to beat. Upgrade yourselves as well. There you go. Kill and goblin short bow, not fussed. You want to use everyone use all of your powers now while you have the chance, when you're at full strength. Okay, I'm going to make some decisions now. I've got two uses of... I can either use Greater Fury or Hex of Ruin and the regular Fury on this one. So who needs the most help? I don't need help here. I think you should absolutely crush them. Because yeah, they're going to be power 5 against... Yeah, because they're only power 4 base and 5 on charge. So they get a 3 up save re-rolling. I'm fine. And they get bad hit rolls anyway, so... you'll win. So it's you, and you. You have backstabbers. You're going to get your reroll and will be power 5 against defense 7. So you might be worth using Hex of Ruin on this. Cripple its defense so I can get through it in a turn. And then you can use regular Primal Fury on that one. The power would be good because... Oh no, that doesn't work because I'm only no Banner of Fury on this unit. Just trying to figure out, can I... If I use Greater Fury on them, they become power 6, which is exactly what I can get their rerolls. You can use Standard Fury on this one, which makes them 3, 4, 5, 6 against 7. That's not good enough. Now it has to be Hex of Ruin here and the regular Fury on that one, which doesn't get me over their defense, but at least lets me reroll. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. So we'll Hex of Ruin that unit. Treant makes it far more likely I can get through it in a turn. Take your archer shot into that, why not? I'll probably win better off shooting at that actually, because they're just going to get charged by the spider anyway. And back away. I don't care about that, I'm ignoring you. And then you're going to use Primal Fury on that unit to make sure they aren't stuck there. And that's okay. This is Furious charging themselves for rerolls, which is pretty good, but I've got the charge and all the bonuses and have more attack, so I should still have it. Yeah, equal skill. Otherwise, it's just my battery, my line back here. I'd love for someone to obviously pick off that warlord. I've only got 1 wound left, so this should be pretty trivial. Yep, good. Never have to deal with that one in combat. You've moved through to a terrible position because I can just ignore you. In fact, I can flank charge you next turn if the dragon dies, so great. I kind of neglected that unit. I focused on this one and this one. Yeah, sorry, Goblin Mob. When you are. You didn't get to... Oh, you didn't get to charge. You're not going to get any of those. Ooh, that's actually going to hurt quite badly. Dragon's probably going to get through us here. Ouch. That might have been an error. I needed more help here than I was appreciating. Otherwise, I guess I can ignore you. You're less of a priority now, so instead I'll go for chipping the Triceratops down. 1 to 1 again. 1 wound. Must start. They're going to get flanked if I break this. It's not very good positioning on their part. 4+. Reroll the 1. Still a miss. No extra damage. So it's harder to hit with the bolt thrower, but unlike the stone thrower, it does double damage per hit. So it's kind of a trade-off of difficulty in landing the shots versus more of a reward for doing so. We've only managed 2 wounds thus far. Here we go. 2+ to hit, re-rolling. Double roll, 1, and then yeah, 5s re-rolling. He does 6 wounds on his own. Spider contributes a bit more. Not bad. Here comes their attacks. I get 3 up save re-rolling. Only take 1 wound. That's perfectly acceptable. If they break, move straight to the Dryads now. Here, I want this to die in 1 turn. Good start. Even better. And it's 5s to save. Definitely dead. Got it. Excellent. Might take it. We lose our wolf in exchange, but don't worry. Those bruises have your name on it. Okay, here we go. 2 to the priest. 2 to the dragon. I drew, even with no help whatsoever. You suck, dragon. Here we go. He gets to reroll because of Furious Charge. 1.5 goblins die. 18 is pretty good, and I've got the extra power, so I do 9 wounds. Their reroll might actually swing this. It's a tie. Interesting. Oh, that was a draw with me having help with the spell, so it actually didn't bode well. I might lose subsequently. Right, you're going to take those on. You're going to take that on. There's obviously nothing for you backline units here to do. Not fussed about that. Let's just pass and see where they move. Uses wild form himself again. Okay, me now. You're going to come towards us, so I should probably do everything in my power to kill that one before it can bother me. Yes, you're going to lose another bowman to when that cannon's you, but who cares? I'm happy to let that shoot over and over again into that unit. One wound. Stop rolling so well on your 3-up saves, please. Yeah, congratulations. Try again. They're rolling poorly and they're rolling incredibly well. The number of 3-up saves that Triceratops has made is incredulous. I'm going to wait for it to move because I need to see how I need to wiggle out of this. So let's instead use our spells now. Again, we have 4 combats. I'm not helping you with this one, you'll just win again. That's only got 3 wounds left, and you did fine last time, it's not even going to have the charge anymore. Your Backstabbers and Banner of Fury, defense 5. So all that would do really is make it from a 4-up save to a 5-up save. I think you'll just win anyway. So I'm not going to help you this turn, you should win. So it should be that one and that one I assist. Specifically that one's the more pressing one. Maybe if I make them defense 2, that wouldn't be better. But no, use Greater Fury on this one because it makes me power 5 and gives me rerolls. So a 4-up save and I get to reroll versus I make them defense 2, so it's a 3-up save but I don't get to reroll. I think the former is the better choice, so I'm going to Greater Fury that unit. So I'm going to have you defeat them. And then, I don't know, start shooting things. Can you hit anything really from here? No, maybe that unit. Not like that, you won't. Don't think I can get around my girthy spider here to go get a shot. I can manage it. 6s because of their irritating Banner of Mist, but there you go, there's one less ranger. Yeah, you're going to get stuck in infinite combat here, so you're done. And then over here, probably this. It makes me, what, power 4, which is irrelevant, but it does let me reroll. Which would be nice to guarantee this dies and I'm not stuck on it. Yeah, I really don't want to lose this combat, because if I do, then I get Dragon messing up my backline, which is frankly unacceptable. Good, I know where that's moved. I mean, I might just have to sacrifice 1 stone to her, because I don't think I can wiggle it to safety. 3 of 3 hits, not bad. 2 wounds more. I mean, if you didn't make such an obscene number of rolls, I would have probably gotten away with it. They rally somewhere. I don't even know where the Raptor Riders even go. I'm drawing a blank looking at the screen here. Oh, there they are. I'm blind as a bat. Good. Shall I just take this shot? Your veteran coup, veteran accuracy, you can do a bit of damage. You'll then get charged. If I orient you in such a way that when it does charge me, it won't be able to subsequently chain charge into these, I should be okay. So let's just take the shot and hope for the best. Yeah, good. You make... Oh, we did it. Just in time. Phew. Here we go. The druid does nothing. Dragon eats 4 more goblins, but then just dies in recompense. Very good, goblin mob. Over here. Okay, no rerolls for you this time, guys. So 1 wound. I reroll though because of that. I do a bunch of damage. Now I've got you. I lost? Oh, that's terrible. I thought I had them. Okay, I have to do some... Good, I can just start shelling them with the artillery line now. And yeah, we do a whole lot of damage. I take, what, nothing in return? Yeah, you're having to do some serious heavy lifting here as you kind of fight all these units head on. This should be an easy win. Oh, they save incredibly well. But yeah, I still get them. Good. By 1. They almost held there. I can recharge those or hit the handgunners. You take those on. That's annoying. They're just in range to catch me, which means I can't kill them in ranged combat. Okay, I'm going to have to shoot something else. The only decision I have to make then is do I want to recharge those or take those on, kill the handgunners. Honestly, they're more of a problem. They're going to rally. They're basically guaranteed to with their discipline, so I'm going to continue to hit and kill them. Everyone else is occupied. That cannon now can't hit anything by a stroke of luck. We are going to get rangered to death here. Ow. Kinda hurts. Right, my turn. You're in trouble. After this dies, after they inevitably break and run away, what will happen is they'll have a charge radius here. So I just need to make sure that, I think it works out go from the corner there to the corner there. Well, no, you can hover them and use that as a benchmark. So it just depends on how far. They won't get far enough to catch that one. So I just need to move you out of the way. Specifically far enough to, well, let's see, can I... I'd have 6 movement. I don't actually think I can move far enough to escape, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to have to stand there and take it, get hit. There's this silly Goblin Wolf Rider unit that failed to hold. The Dryads with Discipline 10 are basically guaranteed to rally, but I can just have the Spider recharge them when they break, so don't worry about it. Instead, I'll have you start reducing numbers elsewhere, which will be the Rangers. The amount of casualties they've inflicted upon us, I'm quite happy to do so. Oh, you managed to hit that. Whatever, I've got 5 wounds. I don't care if you do 4. I'm just as viable. Oh, so you thread the needle there. Well, I should be able to do the same then, in theory. How are you able to hit me, but I'm not able to hit you? There it is, I just have to find the angle. One. Oh, this is a hassle. There. Gotcha. 1 into 1 again. 2 wounds though, 1 left. Should get you next turn. Getting handgunned for your trouble. Okay, there's not much left of the Goblin mob at this point. What am I going to do with you? Maybe just move you to safety. Be there and distract something. Oh, that's annoying. The Raptor Riders are going to end up flanking me and I can't countercharge them. What I should probably do then, maybe if I'm lucky I could get up here and sacrifice this unit to save my poor Spider. I don't think I can quite manage it, I'm afraid. No, that's not going to fly. I don't want it to get... I still get all of my attacks, but obviously I don't get any of my charge bonuses and it's going to hurt. I'd rather... If I can sacrifice this unit, I will. Oh, okay, we could take 5 wounds from piddling arrow fire and almost die entirely. Great. Do you need any help? Not really. You're really powerful. You should be able to kill those easily. I've got another use of Great Fury and another use of Hex of Ruin, so I might as well use it now, not use it later. Oh yeah, sorry, let's just make sure you get through those. I'll use your Potion of Power on this unit. They of course rally, as we knew they would. Use this now, I can't afford to get stuck here. That's it. Just leaves you two. All your targets. Apparently nothing, it looks like. For some reason I've just angled myself off of hitting that unit. That's a shame. Could have done a few more damage and reduced their attack power even more. No, I'm not going to get it, am I? No, it's not going to let me. Fine, ranged it is. 1 ranger left. And just you now. Well, you do double wounds, so I suppose the Dryads are a good choice because if you're getting through, you instantly kill one. Yep, cool. Alright, let's see. Let's not die here. All hits, 6s, all wounds. Did 8 on his own. Double hit. I take no damage. Ha ha ha. And then the Spider kills another 6. Wow, maximum possible damage there. We did 14 wounds. They can't. I don't care if you reroll, you're not holding on to combat. You're going to lose here because you've been recharged and you're a Goblin unit. Embarrassing. Yeah, off you go. Yeah, you'll never make morale. And you're going to get charged, which I knew, but I can get everyone else out of the way at least. All dead. Cool. Handgunners are next. Hex of ruining them is rather potent. Okay, let's do this first. Yes, I saved them. Good. Now you're not going to be able to charge my Spider because you did the wrong one first. You're free to kill those. I mean, you could recharge those, but I'm just going to shoot them with like one of these, so save yourself. You're going to take a volley from the handgunners and then kill them in recompense. That's unfortunate that the wretched failure of our Wolf Riders there has allowed a melee unit to slip into our back line, but because of the angle, I could easily escape and kill them when they win that combat. There, you've done no damage. Ha ha ha. Okay, do I have anyone who can shoot that? If I do, I can kill it before it gets any damage onto me. Not at this angle, I suspect, no. So let's just instead... don't move that yet, because I need... If I move first, I'll end up pivoting and escaping the flank charge. So take the volley, take a damage, and then win. Can I get you up there to charge it in melee? Funny. Right, I think that bit of terrain there is going to end up scuppering me. Should be able to get beyond it. There you go, I reached them. There you go, go kill them in melee. Do a cannon, of course, but what do I care? Whoa, double six. One goblin just deflected the cannonball with its shield. Primal Fury on yourself, because there's no way you're winning this combat without help. And it would be funny to see short bows defeat raptor riders. Yeah, you're going to take your nasty hits. Yeah, okay. I don't lose any on the front rank, so I keep the vast majority of my attacks, which I kind of saw coming. And now you've won. They rally, we'll deal with that later. Or in fact right now, why not just start killing them? Oh, excellent shot to start. You target anything? Probably not. I don't think so, no. Maybe that unit. Double one to double one. And because they have the Banner of Mist, you subtract one from each dice, which means I got 2 minus 2, 0 hits. The rock just somehow managed to hit nothing. Well, way to go, guys. What throw hit one though? Skewers one instantly. And then you have a web spell. Apparently, you're very brave in case you lose combat. When it web them, there you go. It stops having me wasting turns using this over and over again. Usually it's great for initiative, but now I just went out of the way. Rooker hits twice and kills a raptor rider. Get shamaned. And the unit does 1 more wound. It's... oh, I still lost somehow. Oh, do they have... it should be a tie, shouldn't it? I took 3, they took 3. Do they have a banner or something? I might have needed to move this unit. I might have neglected that. I think they can still catch me there. That might have been a mistake on my part. Oh, yeah, I should have twisted. Oops, okay. Fine, I'll have the spider come over there and kill them. They've lost and going to run away. Yeah, I think I... oops, okay. Sorry, Stone Thrower. Yeah, this one commander unit's going to wipe out my whole back line. So I may be playing a little bit lazy now. I feel I've kind of got it won. With that dead, that dead. That is a ridiculous push combat. What are you shooting? Oh, that. Because it's got a -1 so you don't achieve anything. Way to go, genius. Return fire. Splat. Okay, I'm inclined to just leave you to your own devices because it's more important for me that I go deal with this idiot. They rally, fine. Their positioning is terrible because if this combat's still ongoing, they can't charge. And if they win, then it's not going to matter anyway. Yeah, kill 1 more. Lost by 2. They must have... yeah, I hope so. Now they've wasted their turn. I think they have the banner that's letting them win by 1 each time. We only had 1 left, so you're very dead. Mind will resolve this now. Still 12 attacks. Yeah, killing 9 of them. Win easily. Revenge at last on this ranger. Kills another one, but there you go. The goblin mob has avenged itself. They're routing this turn, so that's it. We'll kill those in vengeance. Might as well kill those off as well. And there's nothing else for anyone to do. So in the end, I think the spider, Zizek Iron Fist and his Broodweaver there would systematically kill through everything else on the field. They never really had anything that could hurt him. He's got too much health. You would come around and flank charge that one, so you'd probably be better off actually killing the Dryads. Just playing it as though I would still, like, needing to win. Now mind you're actually taking them in a direct combat, it seems. Fine, whatever. Dryads are all dead. I'm very interested to see if you can defeat that Raptor Rider. Just do that and then charge them. 1 hit from Gooker. Does a wound, just need 1 more now. Got him. Hey! You'll now get flank charged by Goblin shortbows. It's a character duel. He instant kills Elric. Takes 2 wounds back, but is still alive. And they're all dead. Whatever. You do no damage because you're power 3. 1 wound left on the Goblin King, but he survives the final battle. And they're all gone. So I think they're just left with, what, a couple? Yeah, that 4 guys there. Not many goblins left in the field. It's a rather small elite army of goblins, but we've done it. Cunning stunts. Complete the campaign in the hardest difficulty with Goblin King. We've prevailed. Well done, Zizik. You turned it into, I'm going to be honest, one of the strongest combat lords I've ever seen by the end. That was outrageous how potent you were. 113. I think the Minotaur lord's the only one ever got more. That's incredible. Power 8 on the charge or something daft like that. Well done. So lots of gold earned, despite we weren't really trying because we're just taking units, but that's not bad. Slightly less than 10 to 1, but with Horde armies you take a lot of damage. Who is MVP Murderer, do you think? Is that our starting Goblin mob? Not bad. Starting Wolf Riders, 171. The Stones, right, yeah, okay. So it's all, as usual, it's ranged units that'll take that. They don't have to worry about breaking things in combat, the enemy running away. They can just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot over and over again until they're all dead. Turned into a little mini artillery battery there at the back. I would have liked more of the standard Goblin units, but just didn't have a chance to see them. Otherwise, yeah, I'm very happy with that. We have prevailed on the Goblin run with our very friendly pet giant spider. Right, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do like and subscribe. It massively helps out the channel, and I do really appreciate it. It also helps people see SOVL because it's, you know, it's a tiny game. It hasn't got a marketing team, so the only reason I know it exists is because of YouTube videos like this. So if you want to hit the buttons and that lets somebody else see it, that might be a massive positive. Or if you just want to chat with me and understand in the comment section, that's fine too. Oh, there's the alternative Goblin King. Never seen that before. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.